Tonight on Bedtime Comics with a Redneck, we will be reviewing Mark Spears' Monsters number 6. I did a review video for Monsters number 7, and I managed to find issue 6 today. So there's the alternate covers. I picked it up because I managed to go to a comic shop that I normally wouldn't go to, but I had jury duty, so it was right down the road. So luckily they had issue 6. So if you watched my issue 7 video, which if you haven't, then watch it after this. If you have, then you know that some of the stuff I mentioned that I thought was going on, some of it is going on. So it starts with the guy who's training, I guess it's the hunter, when the hunter is a child, and they run into the Wicked Witch, who talks about a ring. And the ring is actually what Dracula is in possession of right now, I think, that lets him control all the monsters. But this, I don't know what's going on with this. You got this weird group that's looking for some kind of disc or something. I don't know. They don't explain it very well, at least at this point. I don't know what it is. But you do get some more of the werewolf and hunter fight that started in issue 5. The werewolf was tracking these kids down. He was going to take the kids out. And the hunter stepped in. This boy leans on the railing, and the railing gives way. And you run into this guy, which I have no idea who he's supposed to be. Even after reading 7, he's just somebody that this Tasker guy created. He's like an android. But the boys, of course, that he rescues the boy, and the boys all think he's a superhero. And he finds out that this boy has the disc. Well, you got the fight with the hunter and the wolfman at the same time. That's going on right below them. And I mean, it's a pretty brutal fight. I mean, look at the art in this. I mean, you can't get any better than this art. I mean, look at that. I mean, look at how realistic the characters look. But anyway, this android dude dumps this kid, tells him there's no such thing as superheroes, and drops him. The hunter's in the middle of fighting the werewolf, goes to try to save the kid. You got 2 detectives that come in, and they come in time to see Hunter with his kid dying. So, of course, that leads into next issue where Hunter is confronted by the detectives. Looks like I was right. Looks like Frankenstein does drag off the Wolfman, which they go into with issue 7. Takes him back to Dracula. And I was right. This weird guy that's at the end of issue 7 is, in fact, Igor. And he goes over how he got the Igor name, how Igor wasn't his original name. It was the name that Dracula picked for him, and he explains why. And that's kind of how that issue wraps up. It wasn't like usual. Don't go into these expecting them to be 20-minute reads. I mean, in all honesty, you're looking at 5-minute reads, maybe. I mean, they are very, very quick reads because he lets the art do most of the dialogue, and it works. Uh, I mean, you cannot look at this art and misunderstand anything of what he's trying to portray. Like I said, I don't know if it's AI. I don't know if this is his legit art. I'm thinking it's his legit art because he's had all them trading cards he done back in the day that got him, I'm assuming where he is now. So I'm assuming this is legit art. And of course it is a $5.99 comic, but the art on here, I mean, we're paying, well, I'm not, but the comic collector is paying $4.99, $5.99 for titles that have art that doesn't even come close to this. I mean, most of the art in Marvel's current stuff, you can barely even the artist can barely even draw a nose on the characters. So this was well worth it. If you were not on board with the Monster series, get on board. This is probably the best comic on the shelves right now. I would group it up with Transformers, Turtles that's on the shelf now, Geiger, uh, all Spawn, all your big good titles right now are not coming from Marvel, are not coming from DC. They're coming from these independent publishers. These are the people pushing out the good stuff. You're not the main two. Image is pushing out a bunch of good stuff. Well, Image and IDW, but this is probably my top one right now. This is my most look forward to title. So if you can find some, pick them up because they do not last. So with that said, that was a good issue. Uh, issue 8 comes out December, I think, and it wraps up the story that they're in right now. I don't know how they're gonna wrap such a big story up in one issue, but I guess we'll see. So yeah, one to 10, if I had to rate it, these issues are always nines, tens, every one. I've yet to read a bad one. So do yourself a favor, hunt these down.